Hello, everyone. It's Nia Claire with Yes Word Coaching, and I am so very excited to be talking to you about all of our wonderful guests that we have showing up for the Light Up that is kicking off this week on the 28th, August 28th, 2022. And we are meeting with Carolyn Vinup today, who is our special guest for this event. And I am so excited to be able to have some time with you to play, to talk, to introduce you to people who may not know you, Carolyn, which I don't know how that's possible, but here we are. And so I will just say, I will just take a moment and say, I am just so grateful for Carolyn saying yes to being a part of the Light Up. She's one of my very favorite people in the world. I've had sessions with her. I've worked with her in different aspects, and your light, your brilliance, your gifts of intuition, and I'm going to say being just really open in a very profound way. You create sacred space for people. And in that sacred space, it's almost like we just go, oh, I can breathe. And so that's why I asked you to be a part of this. And I'm very grateful. So thank you and welcome today.
Well, thank you, Nia. I just have to show everyone I'm wearing a shirt that says smile.
I love it.
And that starts for Start My Internal Love Engine.
Yeah.
And that is from Master Chuna Lin and Spring Force Qigong. So we got to start the love engine right now.
That's right. And here we are. We're going to do this, and that's it. And so I would love for people to hear a little bit more about who you are, what you do. If you would like to introduce yourself and share a little bit more about your work, that would be wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, Nia, you are such a light, and you have named the Light Up so perfectly, because that's what we're all doing right now. We're lighting people up.
Yeah.
And I really believe that's the work that I do as well with Gateways to Brilliance. My little tagline is where you can experience transformational ceremonies that expand your, consciousness and awaken your inner light. And I just really feel like this is the time to really dive deep into self-care, self-love, doing these ceremonies that I call ceremonies, because I really invest a lot of thoughtfulness into what I'm creating. So let me step back. So who am I? Mm-hmm. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and a human being having a spiritual experience, right? I mean, I think we're both. And I'm also calling myself a spiritual master adept. And an adept is someone that is skilled and proficient in spiritual development. And so I feel I'm very proficient in sacred sound and vibration and healing modalities, creating sacred space, working with nature and mindfulness. And as an event producer of over 40 years, I really love this co-creative experience, creating things with you and others. I think when we collaborate and bring our brilliance together, that's when it really becomes magical. Yeah. But I'm all about the meaningful, the inspirational, the transformational, and it has to be experiential. It's not about just listening and talking. It's got to be mind, body, spirit integration in what I'm offering. So that's what I
love that you share that.
In the Sacred Sound Chamber. And I'm here right now in the Sacred Sound Chamber.
There it is. And if you haven't been, I can't say enough. You must go. You must go. Get a session with Carolyn. It is, it literally is. I am rarely without words for an experience, but it's transcendent is the best way I can describe it. I've had a lot of different experiences in my life, and working with you and taking that time. I am out of my body and in my body. And this was a completely multidimensional experience. Mm-hmm. And so I can't say enough. And I like the way that you talk about ceremony And you also brought in this, it needs to be experiential. And I think that's in a large part why ceremony is so important, because it is experiential. You can know about a ceremony, you can hear about it, but that's not the same as taking part in a ceremony, being a part of something. And I will just say the light up, part of what I was thinking was exactly that, is that we've been a part, which is okay. I mean, we can belabor that and talk about it all different ways, but in the isolation, I think we also got to find how much we truly need these very physical, very real, very tangible, we need to activate our senses with each other and experience things in a new way together, because then there's substance, there's something, we're bringing something forward in a very real way, that when we're alone, we start to go, is this really a thing? Is this really what I'm doing?
I think we also really have a different sense of appreciation when we can come back together.
That's true.
And so I think people are making really clear choices about where they're coming together and who they're coming together with. And so, the light up, you are inviting, we're all inviting people that are, wanting to come together for an experience like what you have envisioned to create. And so bringing someone like me to open with sound and create a container of light, and your beautiful, vendors that are doing readings and cranial sacral, and then you have, loved ones doing sound, you're the light up, the lightings. I mean, like, you're bringing all these beautiful, loving, kind, compassionate people that are all in it for the same reason, to share love and to really connect people with more spiritual developments, more spiritual connection, and then hearing you channel and being open to receive the messages that are coming through you. And, my intention, as we have shared, is that my part of the experience is to really build that container so that we not only have a beautiful container of light flowing around us, but that we're directing that light at you as well. And so that you feel loved and supported, and just it amps up your channeling as well. So
and channeling is funny in that way, that I often talk about the experience as it's both, so often we get focused on the words or the the experience. I need to hear the words, I need to hear my answer, I need to get this information, but really the channel has really shifted to be a true energetic experience. And so in this, when we were talking about what you'd be bringing in the container of light meditation that you'll be guiding people in, I just got chills thinking about this, because what it does is it invites people to be even more open to that experience. And it's not a push, it's not an energetic push, it's not an agenda. It's
an invitation.
It's an invitation, and it's harmony. How do we find that harmony in ourselves and with each other? And I think when we hear that word, sometimes even harmony, when I hear that word, it's like, oh, I'm aching for it. I'm aching for that. There's like a longing to that feeling of being in harmony with the world that I live in, with the people that I share this planet with the beings that are supporting us. So I think the container that you're creating is really opening that experience even more. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. And by the way, here's the interesting piece. I got to tell you, the light up, it will never be the same.
Always different.
Every single event is designed to be different.
Yes.
So if what we're talking about is like, ooh, I got to get some of that, get your ticket. And I'm not saying that to just push it, because while Carolyn and I might do this again at some point, which we probably will, because we like to play together, it will never be the same.
Always different.
It will always be different. And so I really, really, really encourage you to consider getting tickets, coming to the August 28th event. It's going to be amazing. And so, Carolyn, as you think about like kind of what we've been talking a little bit about what's happening now in the consciousness, what you're experiencing, I'd love to hear what over like the last year is starting to shift and change for you and your work, because I know a lot of people are starting to notice that their connections have changed, the way they are engaging with people has changed.
Well, my whole land, house, everything is integrated into my work. So I have this beautiful naturescaping experience that's part of the land, have a 32-foot labyrinth called Grateful Heart. We have the 22-foot circle of love, the peace pole. I have 11 permanent structures and experiences on the land. And so what I have found, Nia, is through the COVID, the sacred pause, as I called it, I really found that I was able to share the land more. So I was immersing my clients in nature. So we spent more time out in nature, and then we spent less time in the sound chamber, but I could bring the sound bowls outside.
Yeah.
And so what's changed is that I feel I have completely embodied earth energy. I'm very grounded. The womb of creation is alive and well. And so I feel like what I have learned most is that we need to be, or my invitation is to be grounded in this Gaia energy, because then we can travel and really be expansive consciously. And so I think that's the beauty of the combination of what I'm offering right now is you can come early, walk the land if the weather is cooperating, get into that grounded experience of Gaia, and then come in and get elevated and really let the sound current wash away any energetic debris that you're ready to lift and let go. And then what comes in? More light,
right?
More peace, more kindness, more compassion, more understanding, more ahas about who you are. And that to me is what lights us up.
I love it. It's true. And I will say, I had the benefit during COVID of coming to visit you and to being on, in and on and with your land, which is so healing. It's and walking the labyrinth and taking the time. There's a nourishment that I think we are longing for. Again, there's like this longing, and it comes in a variety of ways, and sometimes we don't know how to access it. The things that we used to do aren't necessarily working, or it's not enough. It's like instead of being the full meal it used to be, it's like an appetizer because we're hungrier. And it's not a neediness. It's not from an emptiness. It's from, I think we have the ability to experience things more fully than we ever have. And so the fact that you offer the full meal deal with Carolyn.
Well, and Nia, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I'm an event producer. I have been producing events for 40 years. I can't just have clients coming in at 30 minutes and 40 minutes and 50 minutes. I'm a full event experience here. So, I mean, people need to understand when they come in, I've already meditated, about the experience. I create grids on the sound healing table that are customized just for you.
They're gorgeous.
I have fabrics of beautiful lovitude and prior, fabrics that I put on the table. I have crystals and stones. And so I really take this, it's an honoring that you are coming to have an experience with me. I want to show you and shower you back in that, richness of the experience. And then if there's time for the land, we have land time. And if there's, the whole experience is available. And so, how do you put a price on all of that? I don't know. I've thrown a dart out there to put some numbers on it, but I really love what I do, and I love creating meaningful and enriched experiences. And I know that the sound is so beautiful. And if we can just get people to allow those beautiful sounds to flow over them and relax the brain waves and
Mhm.
bring the breath and the whole energetic system into a quieter place, we know that's where healing takes place. We know that's where aha and insights take place. And so that's what I want to do. And that's what I do. And that is, for me, these are self-care ceremonies.
Yeah.
Where the more self-care, the more self-love, the more self-love, the more self-care. And then we can really offer ourselves differently and transform to the world. We get to see through new eyes, new experiences.
It's true. It's true. And I think, the idea of truly allowing ourselves to be honored is new for a lot of people. It triggers a lot of things. But when you allow it, when you allow yourself to do it, when you allow yourself to follow that urge or that nudge, and I'm guessing some of you who are listening to this are thinking, "Oh, I need to get me some of that. I need to get some." I know I did. The first time she explained it to me, I was like, everything in every cell of my being's like, "Yes, please. Yes, please." Um, and I think that when we learn to follow that inner wisdom, the wisdom of our body, the wisdom of that knowing, and allow ourselves that time, it's what is the word? It's unctuous. It's like everything is just gets that, like I'm using all these food words, but it's
It is lunchtime.
it is lunchtime, but I do think like we're hungry.
Mm.
We are really hungry to be nourished, and we've been fed, but there's a difference between just being fed and then there's being nourished. And what you're talking about is really being cared for, really being thought about. How many of us allow ourselves to really have someone hold not just a space for us, but to think about us, to bring us to mind, to create something that is for us? And that's what you do, Carolyn.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you're an event planner, you're an experience planner. You create unique, powerful experiences that cannot be replicated. And
That's what I
it's
do in the Sacred Sound Chamber now. I mean, it is a mini experience, and I only want to create experiences.
Yeah.
Because that's the richness of it for me. I mean, that's my heart giving, in that way. But I also think the beauty of what we do is we invite people who are givers
Yeah.
to come and be a receiver. And that is really hard for people to just go, Carolyn's got you today.
Yeah.
Just relax deeply onto this sound healing table where you're wrapped up in soft, sweet blankets.
Yeah.
And you're having all this beautiful sound flowing around you and through you, and just practice receiving in this, like you're giving yourself this gift of time.
Yeah.
Then really take it as a gift of time. Be in the present moment and really allow that to sink in, because the more we nurture and love ourselves, like I said earlier, that just radiates out and our little ones feel it. All the connections that we're touching in the business world, or our clients, or just people that we're encountering at the car dealership or whatever.
Right.
They feel that.
That's right.
And it does change the world. It absolutely does.
I love that. It's true. And so I want to invite anybody who's watching, if you have questions for Carolyn, you can go ahead and post those post your question in the comments. Karina is affirming that you are amazing and that the sound chamber is in fact magical. See, I said, now you've got three people telling you, if you need a little magic, this is your shot. Definitely check it out. And again, for the light up that we're doing this week on Sunday, if you've not signed up, please get your tickets. I say that because I don't want you to miss out. We have limited space. And can you tell us again what you will be doing at the light up for us?
Absolutely. So I have for over 20 years been working with the container of light. And so most of the time when people come into the sacred sound chamber, I'm doing some sort of a guided meditation to build that container of light. For this experience, I'm actually going to open with some of the singing bowls to kind of invite people into the space. So pique their interest. It's time to come in.
That's cool.
I'm going to open with a beautiful chant called Ad Gare Name. And this is about just providing a really beautiful boundary, a white protective shield around each individual so that they feel safe to build their own container in this space. And we know that there is no time-space continuum. I can be as big as the universe if I want, but sometimes people get nervous and go, am I bumping into this person or that? And we're like, nope, we're just going to build your own little protective container, shield of light. And then we're going to build this beautiful internal container of light that I'll be working with the central columns of the chakra, and we'll just build that, and it'll continue to get bigger until it's the container of light. And I will be working with what I call my blue angel bowl for that part. And then I will be playing a series of bowls after that container is opened and flowing so that we can just really revel in this beautiful frequencies that we have co-created together. And then I will be doing the Gayatri mantra, which is this beautiful one of the oldest known mantras on planet Earth. And basically it means infusing spiritual light. And so not only have we been protected by light, we're building our own internal container, but we're going to also infuse that with bigger light. And then I just want everybody to beam that light at you.
Okay.
So that you feel loved and supported by all of us in the room.
Oh, thank you. I think it's so important that I want to share that everything that we're offering at the light up is meet you where you're at. Everything is try it, see if it fits, be among people who are also trying different things for the first time, which is one of the reasons we're changing things up every single time. So that it is an experience. It's a once in forever experience. So you get to come and check it out and meet new people, have conversations, and have an experience with these beautiful teachers like Carolyn, who has expertise in creating and bringing you along into this experience from wherever you are. And I think that's, and I think we begin where we are, we try it on, we see if it fits. There's no expectation. There's plenty of room. So come enjoy. It's going to be amazing. And I am so excited to have you there. I'm so excited we're doing this. I don't think we have any questions right now, but I definitely want to say thank you, Carolyn. And if any questions come up, we'll be sure to follow up. And I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun.
Well, let's just light it up.
That's right. Let's light it up. I can't wait. And if anyone has questions as you watch this, please put them in the comments and I'll make sure that Carolyn gets those and that we can follow up on that. Just know it's never too late to ask a question. And we're delighted.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets. That's right. That's right. Be sure to get your tickets, and we'll have a link in the bio. We'll have a link in the comments. Again, make sure you do that because they are selling quickly. So we want to make sure you have a spot reserved for yourself. And thank you, Carolyn, for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So
it was
wonderful.
Super fun. Thank
you.
Good.
Excellent. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.